Somewhere out there tonight, two students are opening their first credit account at the exact same time. Same age, same university, same part-time job, paying the same hourly rate. One of them spends the next 6 months researching the perfect rewards card, watching credit horror stories on TikTok, reading warning threads on Instagram, comparing options on YouTube, waiting for the right moment to apply. The other one applies for the most boring secured card in existence, sets up Autopay, and forgets the app is even on his phone. 18 months from now, the boring one has a 740 credit score. The smart one, the one who did all the research, read all the warnings, waited for the perfect card, ends up with a score barely above 600. Same starting point, same age, same 18 months. And it is not because one of them picked a better card. It is because one of them barely engaged with his own credit at all, in exactly the right way. This is not really a video about credit cards. It is about getting out of your own way in 2026. Let me show you exactly what I would do. My name is TJ, and I spend way too much time thinking about credit and why perfectly smart students keep overcomplicating something that is actually simple. If you have ever stared at a credit card application for 20 minutes and then closed the tab because you had no idea what to actually pick, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly what to do with your credit in 2026, in what order and why. This is the full guide. Grab a coffee. Now, before we touch a single card, I need to be honest with you about the year you are starting your credit in. Because 2026 is not a normal year for students. And anyone making a beginner's guide who does not tell you this up front is doing you a disservice. Here is the situation. Credit reporting in 2026 has changed in ways that directly affect students and recent graduates more than any other group. Student loan delinquency reporting resumed this year after years of pause, and it has already hit millions of borrowers who did not even know their payments had restarted. Buy now, pay later services like Klarna and Autopay started reporting to credit bureaus for the first time. And the average Gen Z credit score right now sits well below the national average, not because this generation is careless, but because these specific changes landed all at once on people with the thinnest credit files of any age group. That is the backdrop. None of that is your fault. But it does mean the old advice your older sibling or your parents got is not fully accurate for you right now. So here is what I would actually do. Step by step, starting completely from zero, in this specific environment. Step 1. Before you apply for anything, check your status. Go to a free credit checking app. Credit Karma works in the USA, Canada, and the UK. Pull your full report, not just the score. If you have any student loans already, check studentaid.gov to confirm whether they are current or in delinquency. This takes 10 minutes, and it tells you exactly where you are actually starting from, instead of guessing. Step 2. Pick one card, not 3. If you are a currently enrolled student, look at a student-specific card first. Something like the Discover It student card, or a similar product in your country that does not require existing credit history. If you are not currently enrolled, or you have already been rejected once, go with a secured card instead. Something like the Capital One Platinum Secured or the Discover It Secured. You put down a deposit, usually between $200 and $500, and that deposit becomes your credit limit. The bank takes zero risk, which means they will approve almost anyone. Do not apply to both at once. Pick one. Each application is a hard inquiry, and stacking multiple inquiries on a brand new file does real damage before you have even been approved for anything. Step 3. The moment you are approved, set up Autopay for the full balance, not the minimum, the full balance. Do this before you spend a single dollar on the card. This one step protects 35% of your entire credit score, the payment history portion, permanently, without you having to think about it every single month. Step 4. Use the card for one small recurring charge only. A streaming subscription, your phone bill, something predictable and small. Keep your balance under 10% of your limit at all times. If your limit is $500, that means staying under $50 before your statement closes each month. This keeps your utilization, the second biggest factor in your score, working in your favor instead of against you. Step 5. While that first card is quietly building history in the background, ask a parent or trusted family member about becoming an authorized user on one of their older cards. This is completely free. It takes about 10 minutes for them to set it up. and it can add years of positive history to your file almost overnight. You do not need to use their card. The history alone helps. Step 6. If you are paying rent, sign up for a rent reporting tool like Experian Boost. It is free. It connects to your bank account, and it adds your rent payment history to your credit file, often within minutes. Most students are already paying rent on time every single month and getting zero credit benefit from it. This fixes that, for free. Step 7. Do not apply for anything else for at least 6 months. I know it is tempting once you see your score start moving. Resist it. Let the first card age. Let the authorized user history settle. Let the rent reporting build up. 6 months of doing nothing new is not wasted time. It is the engine running quietly in the background. Step 8. After 6 to 12 months of clean payment history, check your score again. If you have followed steps 1 through 7, you should be sitting somewhere in the high 600s to low 700s, depending on your starting point. At that stage, and only at that stage, you can consider a second card. Ideally one with better rewards, since you will now actually qualify for it instead of getting rejected and wasting another hard inquiry. That is the entire order. Check your status. Pick one card. Autopay the full balance. One small recurring charge. Authorized user request. Rent reporting. 6 months of patience. Then reassess. Now let's talk about what I would specifically avoid in 2026. Because the mistakes available to students right now are different from a few years ago. I would not chase buy now, pay later apps thinking they are consequence-free. They are not anymore. A missed payment on Klarna or Afterpay can now show up on your credit report as a negative mark, the same way a missed credit card payment does. I would not ignore student loan notifications, even if they are sitting in an old university email account you never check. If you have federal loans, log into studentaid.gov directly and confirm your repayment status. Do not wait for an email to find you. And I would not apply for 3 or 4 cards in the same month hoping one approves you. That is the single fastest way to damage a file that has nothing on it yet to absorb the hit. The students who end up with strong credit in 2 years are not the ones who research the most. They are the ones who picked one reasonable option, set up the boring automation, and then left it alone long enough for the system to actually work the way it is designed to. You cannot outsmart the credit system, and after today, you finally do not need to. You just need to outweight everybody else who keeps switching cards, chasing scores, and second-guessing themselves every single month. Quick reminder, I am not a financial advisor at all, and this is not financial advice. It is the process I would genuinely follow if I were starting today, and your decisions are your own. If this video saved you from overthinking your first card, or from applying to the wrong one without knowing the rules, share it with one student or recent graduate who has been putting off building their credit since last semester. Hit subscribe if you want more honest, straightforward guides like this one, and I will see you in the next one.